Hello and welcome to my channel, so-called travel expert. I'm sitting here on the promenade of Menaggio, and that's our holiday home behind us. So as promised, here is a 2-night, 3-day itinerary, which in my view should give you a good overview of this beautiful location. So Lake Como is a huge lake, yeah, and the first question is, where should you base yourself? There are a number of villages at short distances dotted throughout the lake, but the three most popular destinations are Menaggio, where we are currently. There's another one called Bellagio, that's just crossing the lake, and the third one is Varenna. There is a direct train connection from Milan to Varenna. It is around 1.5 hours, and I think the ticket is around 8 to 10 euros for a single ride. If you want to base yourself in Bellagio or Menaggio, then you have to travel by car, because there is no train connection, and public transport by bus from Como will be quite time consuming. Of course, you can still travel from Milan to Varenna and then cross over with the ferry. So there are a number of hotels and bed and breakfasts available, so you really can't go wrong. One tip I can give you though is always try and look for a hotel or a bed and breakfast which is right by the lake. Many hotels and bed and breakfasts will show you photos where you have lake views, but they are higher up on the hill and that means that you would have to walk up there with your heavy luggage, and that's one thing many people overlook. So it's well worth it to pay 10 or 20 euros extra per night and have a hotel or a bed and breakfast which is right by the lakeside. Trust me, you won't regret that. And of course, the advantage of staying on the promenade or close to the lakeside is that I only need to walk down from our holiday home behind, and here I have such a beautiful view of the lake. And of course, if you don't feel like traveling or you just want to chill out on the lakeside, all you have to do is to just walk down from your hotel and enjoying the views on the lakeside. Now, once you reach Lake Como, any of these towns of Menaggio, Bellagio, Varenna, it is best to keep your car parked up because finding parking is extremely difficult. You just won't find parking spots, and you will waste a lot of time trying to find a parking spot. So the main mode of transportation here are the ferries, and they're quite convenient as well. Connections are every half an hour or 45 minutes. You have to buy the tickets before boarding. They will not let you board the ferries without buying a ticket, and sometimes you might get stuck in long queues, so be aware of that. The ticket prices are also fairly reasonable. If you want to travel from any point, either Menaggio, Varenna, Bellagio, one of these three points or towns, the single ticket is around 4 euros 20 cents, and a return ticket is double, so 8 euros 40. If you want to buy a day pass which allows you unlimited rides, I think you just pay for a day pass which is around 16 or 17 euros. So honestly speaking, I think one day is sufficient to cover the three towns of Menaggio, Bellagio and Varenna. But if you just want to chill out and cool down and slow down things a little bit, maybe you could explore these three towns over 2 days. These villages or towns are extremely popular in the summer and can get very, very busy. So I would recommend the best time to visit is just early in spring, around April or May, when the temperatures are also very mild. In April, you can expect day temperatures of around 20 degrees and night time around 10 degrees, which is really comfortable. So here are some highlights from our boat ride between Menaggio, Bellagio and Varenna. If you're the adventurous type or have a lot of money to throw about, you could also hire one of these boats that you see in front of you for an hour or even couple of hours. So we've rented a private boat for 1 hour and I'm the captain of the boat, and you don't even need a license. This is just awesome. Highly recommended to do. Adventurous. You can choose wherever you want to go. There is absolutely no restriction as long as you follow some rules. And that is that you don't come in front of a larger ferry and that you stay 150 meters away from the coast. So we are enjoying it. Just have a look at the view. Another day trip which is highly recommended is to travel to St. Moritz into Switzerland from Lake Como. For this day trip, having a car is really recommended, but even if not, you could still take the train from Varenna onto Tirano. The ticket is around €8 for a single ride. And from Tirano you move on to the Bahn, the Swiss railways, and travel up to St. Moritz. Here are some of the highlights of that trip. Although we traveled by car, there is a circular route which I've also explained, and the advantage is that you don't have to drive back via the same route, so there's a bit of novelty. The best option is to drive upwards from the Menaggio pass towards St. Moritz, and then you start driving towards the Bernina pass, and then from the Bernina pass you drive down into Italy towards Tirano, and then drive back again to Como. So all in all, it's a 180-kilometer round trip, but a very beautiful driving experience. But the difference in the landscapes is stark. It was 20 degrees when we were at Lake Como, and by the time we reached Bernina pass, just close to St. Moritz, the temperature had dropped to 3 degrees. And obviously we were at a height as well, 2,300 meters or so. So here are some highlights of that trip as well.
I can see it.
Okay, good. As for the food and dining options, I haven't really covered anything in particular, but that's because as a tourist place, you can expect to find food options, dining options at every corner. Of course, keep in mind that this is a tourist place, so if you come here expecting to eat traditional Italian food, you might be disappointed. You will just find the staple touristic fare, the pizzas, pasta, tiramisus and so on that you could find at any Italian restaurant anywhere else. So that's it for this video. I hope you find it useful, and if so, please do leave a positive comment, and yes, please do like, share and subscribe and help my channel grow. Thank you.